fact, I could hear my brother saying, "Don't be a pussy. You ain't go skydiving," in his memory. I jump without that coin. It really did change my life in a positive way.
But the reason why I wanted to interview you is because just about it was more of like a message in a line of depression. Yesterday, I think it was, I saw your post again, and I messaged you, and I was like, what the fuck, you know? And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was suicidal, and my wife, before we got married, you know, she's still suffering anxiety, same as I am, and I know you do that too, because you vented out to me before, even though you didn't know me, which is, I really appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I want to talk about your brother. So I know you probably hate that. I mean, you don't hate it, but
nah.
I see your Instagram posts, man. It's all about your brother, and I'm the only child. I wish I have a brother to share my experience with.
You know, my brother, he was 9 years older than me. He was my middle brother.
Yeah.
My oldest brother is 15 years older than me. And, you know, we had a hard time growing up. So he became my best friend. And when I was 15 years old, when I became 15 years old, I got hit head on by a car on a motorcycle and almost died.
Yeah.
Broke both arms, both legs. I was in the hospital for 3 months. And that's when my brother's special forces unit came to see me in the hospital and gave me a challenge coin because I wasn't dead and I lived through it. And I've carried that challenge coin with me for 27.
Tell me what inspired you in skydiving, and because I know you think about him. I know one of your messages on your Instagram, you think about him when you skydive.
Yeah. I mean, he's with me every jump. And thing is, I was the sissy of the family. I mean, I was a little skinny, red-headed, freckle-faced kid at direction and hid somewhere because my brothers were going looking for him. You know, plain and simple. Yeah. But Gary, he taught me how to protect myself, how to be a man. And, you know, like I said, we just became really close. And when he passed away in 2009, I was having a hard time dealing with it. Four Wings were at my drop zone last year at Skydive, Alabama.
I'm gonna talk to this motherfucker.
I was on the same load with him, and the last guy on the plane laughed at me as he popped the smoke canister in my face.
There's a photo of you on your Instagram, and then it's kind of like holographic, and that was your brother's picture.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that one? I'm curious.
Well, all right, so like I said, he passed in 2009. So in 2011, I was looking for the answers in all the wrong places. And I decided one day, you know what? I'm going to go skydiving in his memory. And that's what started it. Otherwise, because I was scared shitless sitting in that door. I mean, it's funny, on my tandem video, I look up and I go, oh my God. And 5 seconds later, I'm like, yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
My son was old enough to jump, and I took him on a tandem. By the time I landed, he was signed up to get certified. I'm like, well, I can't let my boy show me up. So I signed up with him. We ended up getting our license the same day. There's 1 digit difference in our age.
You jump with your son?
I did, until he got a girlfriend and bought a motorcycle, and I quit paying for him to jump. So now I've got 250 more jumps than he has, but he'll come back one day. I mean, and the thing is, we've done that together, and you can't take that away. And what I started in memory of my brother has become a huge part of my life, but I still have that ritual. I talk to my brother every jump. I don't jump without that coin.
So if your brother is right here right now, given for one day, how would you spend time with your brother?
Honestly,
you can take time.
I'd sit and talk to him all day, man.
What about 12 hours?
Hours? I'd still sit and talk to him, have a couple beers with him, beat his ass at a game of darts and pool. Because that's what we used to do a lot.
Let's lower it down. What if you see what if you spend time with your brother and he's already like dying, and you know he's dying in 30 seconds? And the reason why I asked you, because that happened with me.
I was actually with him when he passed.
Happy that I get to talk to you this deep without even
Yes, sir.
meeting in person. Imagine if we meet in person, dude.
It really did change my life in a positive way. In fact, I could hear my brother saying, "Don't be a pussy, you ain't."
Man, I got a last question for you, bro.
All right.
So, how would you make, and I always ask this, people are like, why the fuck are you asking that one? And, well, this is what I believe, right? And you know what? Sonny, I always mention his name. You know, that guy really gives me a lot of inspiration. He helps me out a lot. I haven't met him either. It's kind of like this connection. What's your idea on how to make the world a better place using skydiving or through skydiving?
For people involved. I mean, and the thing is, so many people are terrified, scared of heights, or whatever excuse they have.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't realize once you push through that fear, how empowering it is and the freedom. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. I mean, you have to, I want to live. I don't want to just exist. And that's something I learned from my brother.